But maybe you could kick us off by just telling us a little bit about, your own career and, one of the reasons I asked you to come on, because obviously this is all things conflict and, you've been at the centre of family business for a while in your life and you've made some changes. So maybe you could just give us a bit of background.
Yes, very happy to do so. So yeah, I come from a family and a family business, and depending on how you count, our family wealth is coming from eighth generation, or if you count more recently, I'm the third generation. I inherited my wealth when I was 18 and didn't want to know anything about it. So went on, did my university and went on and did my own work independently from the family. And it took me about almost 10 years of my own career to actually find a way to take proper ownership of this wealth that I had not created, that was far larger of what I would have ever needed in my life and that I felt very uneasy with. And I was uneasy because I hadn't made it, because it was so large. And it was only when in 2015 I learned about impact investing that I thought I could do something different with this wealth, that I didn't need it to make more money with money, which is a bit the belief that runs in our society, is like this eternal growth. Like if growth was the goal, not creating value, that I could actually create value. And that really shifted my relationship to the wealth. I took ownership. And in the process of taking ownership and trying to do something different, so stopping just making money with money, of course, we were not just doing that. But when you end up in the financial markets, that's a lot of what is happening. I feel like it's a little bit like playing Monopoly. And so, yeah, so trying to do something different definitely didn't come as an easy, smooth ride. And that's a bit how I came to mediation, is to take decisions all together as a family. We're now 10 shareholders. It really requires for everyone to be heard, for everyone to feel like they're part to the extent that they feel comfortable with with the decisions. And as much as I could find many professionals out there, knowing the law, knowing finance, I really struggle finding people capable of holding the room. And that is what brought me to DRM, to mediation, to nonviolent communication, to meet you. And yeah, the path has not been linear, with a long way away from where we were in 2015. PFC, which is the name of our family office, is now led by a vision and mission of impact first, still pursuing financial return, but is definitely one of the most advanced impact-led family office in Italy and possibly in Europe.
Well, that's amazing. So let me just recap. So you were born into some wealth that's came from way back generationally, and at first you wanted to turn your back on that. You wanted, there was something about, I didn't make this, I don't, no good will come of it. I need to find my own. So somehow what I'm hearing is it could have interrupted or intruded on your own identity. So you wanted your own identity. Does that land for you?
Yeah, there was definitely some about my own identity and finding my own path and my own way. But it was also, I didn't want to inherit from my grandfather. I
Mm.
had a pretty broken relationship with him, and inheriting from him was not what I wanted.
So the source of the money was painful for you.
Yeah.
And that's a really interesting thing to hear. And that you weren't willing to kind of compromise yourself almost until you discovered that actually, one way of working with money is using money to make money, but another way is seeing what good it could do.
Yeah. And for me, that gave me the sense of ownership and possibility of transforming not only what the wealth was doing, but also the legacy.